Hello and welcome to another Out of Spec Reviews video. Can you guys believe it? I'm here at the track and there's a Rivian R2 behind me. This is my buddy Jose's Rivian R2. He just picked it up at the factory yesterday and then drove it straight here to the Out of Spec track for us to make a ton of videos with. He's going to join me in a bunch of content coming up, but I wanted to say we are going to be kicking off our Rivian R2 testing coverage over the next few days and weeks. We have this car from today on Friday when it just got here until Monday afternoon, like a long weekend. Unfortunately, the weather doesn't look great, but I promise you we're going to film as many videos as we can with this thing because Rivian's been a little bit quiet on the R2. They had their big initial media launch, and then there really hasn't been much time with independent media to figure out what this car is all about. And that's what we aim to do over this coming weekend, is to demystify the R2. We'll be doing range test comparisons against Rivian R1 and its main direct competitor, the Tesla Model Y Performance, along with others. We'll be benchmarking its performance and braking and cornering, and of course, just everything we can throw at it. So I want to say a huge thank you to my friend Jose at Rivian Tracker. All of these videos will be made possible because Jose came here to North Carolina. Rivian Tracker is a fantastic news outlet covering the latest and greatest in Rivian news. So everyone go to his YouTube channel, go to his website, click like, click subscribe, and follow along on his journey with this R2. But it really kicks off now. So I'm going to have him come on, tell us the story about his delivery experience. We'll run through the car. And what I really want from you guys is to ask questions in the comments. Put down below what you want us to do, what you want to see, what you want to learn about the R2. I'm going to post this video as soon as possible, and we will be doing our best to answer everything we can get to. Rivian R2 coverage starts right now. This is it, guys. I mean it. We are at the end of CCAN's 8th annual EV raffle giveaway. This is the final week to get in on the action to win some incredible electric cars. On July 30th, the program's over. And if you didn't get a ticket, well, you wouldn't have a chance to win a super cool electric car. And if you already have a ticket because you've been watching these ads and you know you want to get in on the action, why wouldn't you get another ticket to double your odds? So the prizes, what can you win? A Porsche electric, a Rivian, or a Lucid. Some incredible prizes, but there's also a second place, which means every ticket, you actually get 3 chances to win. They also cover all state and federal taxes. So state second place, Rivian R2, Volkswagen ID Buzz, or a Hyundai Ioniq product, your choice. And there's a freaking awesome third place prize, which is that new Chevy Bolt EV with the LFP battery that I've been so excited about. Again, we are right up on the end. There are just days left to get in on the action. July 30th is the cutoff. Only 10,000 tickets will be sold, $200 for each ticket, and the prizes are absolutely amazing. So all you have to do is head to evraffle.org. evraffle.org. This is the last time I can scream it at you. Seriously, get in. Get another ticket if you already have one. Get a ticket if you haven't. And really, I mean, the prizes are freaking awesome. Friends of mine have won this. Actually, they became friends of mine because they won this. Really cool program, and I really like everything the CCAN Action Fund represents. So get in on the action. Thanks to them for sponsoring this video, and hopefully one of you guys wins. Friends, this is Jose. Jose, hey. These are our viewers.
Hi, viewers. I know some viewers.
You picked this up at normal.
I did.
But this wasn't the one you were going to get.
No, it wasn't.
So you were supposed to get a VIN 1880.
Yep.
And then that was shipped to Orlando.
Yep.
Had problems.
Yeah, a lot of problems.
And then they said, we'll get you a new one.
We'll get you a new one.
And so then they got you this
That's one. It. That's the story. No, I'm joking. Yeah. We got a VIN 1880 was shipped to me to Orlando. Exactly like this with the 20s, the all-terrain instead of these. We'll
explain that in a second.
We'll explain that. Yep. And it arrived, and I saw it there because I took my R1S that we have as well to get it serviced, a couple of different things. And I saw my VIN there. I was like, oh, there it is. I'm so excited. And I was like, when can I take delivery? And they're like, no. And I'm like,
and you've been waiting for so long to get this dang car.
I've been waiting for a long time. Like you, we were day one, minute zero, I feel like, of pre-ordering the R2 back in 2024.
Right.
And so, you know, we were hopeful that Rivian would go kind of down the list, right? We kind of checked all the boxes. Order. R1 owner.
Yeah, which was supposed to give you priority.
Right.
And you and I
ordered
have
day
had
one.
three.
The three
each.
R1s, yeah.
Yeah.
2 R1Ts and R1S.
Yep.
So, anyways. So anyways, that VIN arrives and they have issues.
Right.
They're really quiet about what's happening, but through sources, and I had to kind of like beg people to get information, I found out that it had some substantial issues. It had a zonal architecture ECU, one of the 3 modules, was busted.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yep. So they had to get that part. That was going to take about 3 weeks to get from Normal to Orlando. And so at that point, when that really started happening, that's when Rivian came to me and said, what if we match you with a new VIN? And I feel like, okay, well, clearly there's something really wrong with that VIN.
Right.
So they matched me with a new VIN.
And you would think they would like get you a good one, not like the worst one.
Well, and so like, look, I want to be transparent. I you know, that's my goal. And Rivian, you know, they know what type of content we're making.
Absolutely.
So I'm pretty sure that they went, you know, with a fine tone, you know, like they went through and looked at every little detail.
Yeah.
So what happened with that one?
Yeah, how'd that
And then I find out yesterday, which I don't even think, Kyle, you know this, I find out that it's at the body shop in Orlando.
Oh, really?
That original VIN. So it was getting body work done. I'm like, so did what happen?
I think it's fair to say it's been a clunky launch for R2,
Yeah,
but that's not unusual for a lot of new cars. A lot of new cars launch with certain issues, and we're mostly shielded by a lot of that because a lot of new cars launch without the excitement.
Yes.
Whereas this has so much excitement.
Everybody wants it.
And everyone's
yesterday.
analyzing everything, and everyone wants theirs. And so, you know, long story short, you finally got yours.
Yep, I got lucky that Rivian was like, hey, if you want to come to Normal and pick it up, we'll also do like a factory tour for you, which is something I've been trying to do for a couple of years now.
Yeah, what'd you think of that?
Amazing.
Really?
Yeah, the excitement. I mean, number one, it was my first time ever going to like an automotive plant to see the behind the scenes of everything, and they were really great about it. Everybody that works there is just so excited about R2. And you can tell, like you can just tell I visited the R2 plant and then we went to the R1
So
side.
you got to see all the new stuff.
All the stuff.
Oh, I haven't seen any of that. That's cool.
And like the R2 side is just excited, hyped. And I mean, they are pumping these out like there's no tomorrow.
Oh, really?
In every color, every variant, like everything. I even saw that they were making the premium version, which is actually the one below this one that is coming out next year.
Wow.
And you could tell because it didn't have the yellow calipers, it had the different wheels. So like they're already working on those other variants. They might be pre-production models or whatnot, but it's still cool to see that they're working through it. And I mean, they're just excited. And they're trying to get these vehicles out as fast as they can. And truthfully, what I keep telling everybody and what Rivian has told me is like, they're just struggling with logistics. Getting vehicles from Normal to everywhere else is a problem.
Yeah, but like they've done that with R1.
Yes.
So just keep doing that.
I don't, but
I'm not a logistics guy.
I don't either, and I have commented, and I've had people reply to me and say, well, you don't understand logistics. I'm like, you're right, I don't.
No
so
clue.
that's it. That's all I can say. I only can say what I know, but either way, the experience was really cool, and I got to pick it up there.
The thing that I like about this whole thing was they matched you to this car kind of last minute and got you into it.
So fast.
So I feel good about it not being like a prepped car. You know what I mean? Like this is representative.
This car was built July 13th.
Okay.
It is July 24th, so like 10 days.
Yeah, but they didn't know it was going to be yours.
It did not know, no, it was not matched to me until like Tuesday.
Right.
On Wednesday, they told me it's going to be ready Thursday, and I booked a flight, and I was out there.
Right.
And so
this should be representative of like a normal R2.
Yeah, and I will say this much. I walked around and got to look at about a dozen other R2s that were sitting around.
Yeah.
In the final stages of like being about to be delivered, and they all looked very similar.
Okay, great. I would hope so.
Yeah. So I think in general, I think they've gotten that. There's going to be little things here and there.
Of course.
But I think that they're, you know, for the most part, I think quality is not too bad.
Okay. Well, we'll be running this car through its full battery cycles, its whole performance envelope on and off road. I want to talk about the wheels on this because last I remember, you ordered the 20-inch all-terrain option.
I did.
And then we came up with this plan. You called me. You're like, hey, I'm going to get my R2 at Normal. Do you want to come? I appreciate the invite, but we were slammed here trying to prepare for your arrival to get all of our other stuff out of the way. way. So you just showed up, and I called up Rivian and I said, okay guys, Jose's getting his R2. You know, we're best friends. We're going to be running his vehicle through everything. The only problem is he got the 20-inch all-terrains. And I'm going to be putting this car up head-to-head with Model Y Performance. I'm going to be putting it head-to-head with our R1S, which is a same like-for-like configuration. Dual motor, big battery, performance upgrade, which is identical configuration. I mean, different levels.
And actually, horsepower is almost like the same.
Oh, wow. So we'll be doing a drag race between them and other stuff. And I was like, look, we're going to be like tearing this thing up, and we're going to be we need the efficiency and the performance of the 21s. So I called Rivian and said, hey, do you have an extra set of 21s you could throw in the back of Jose's car so that we could at least do proper, you know, evaluations? And they were like, yeah, we'll make it work. And so that's what happened. But rather than throwing them in the back, I lost sleep one night.
You did.
And I was like, oh crap, if he throws it in the back of the car, we're going to lose a day.
We need to break them in.
Break the tires in. So then at the factory, they threw these things on for you.
They did. They actually, so in my video, you'll see of me taking delivery, the 20s are on there. You know, I filmed it all with that. And once that was all said and done, they took it to the back and swapped out the wheels. And then they put my 20s, they wrapped them up very nicely in some bags to make sure it didn't scuff up anything. And they threw them in the back. And they fit perfectly. Snug as like a bug. You know, it was perfect. And you can fit four wheels back there. Perfect. No, they fit great.
And then we got these broken in. You got 900 miles on
950 miles exactly. Yep.
Perfect. So that means we can get right to testing.
Yes.
Which it's really important that we have ultimate flexibility, because when you arrived here 35 minutes ago, it was sunny. And now you can see it is not so sunny.
Nope. Welcome to weather.
Summer in North Carolina. But this particular week, when we have all the cars we need to test, it's been like torrential downpour and then sunny. And it's been, Alex over here, we were scanning weather radar maps for like an hour yesterday. And then we went to go run a range test today, and it was completely different.
Yeah, you can't trust it.
So we're going to do everything we can. Let's show everyone your car. So this is Wasabi.
Wasabi. Yeah, I want to credit my wife, Ashley, for coming up with that name.
Great name.
And once I told her, the internet loved it. And once I told her that, she was very happy. Like, you told them I came up with it? I said yes. She named her R1S Hedwig, which is from Harry Potter, the white owl, because it's a white R1S. So in the tradition, she continued naming this car. I am not good at coming up with names. She is, and I think it's adorable.
Well, I think it's an awesome name. And by the way, this is the exact configuration that I had ordered. For those who are wondering, I'll make another video on it. I don't think I'm actually going to get an R2 because we're already a month and a half after delivery started. I would have loved to have mine already. And everything that we would have done with it, we're going to be able to do with yours, and many of my friends are getting theirs now. So
there's going to be plenty to go around.
Not like we need to buy one anymore. But yeah, I think that really tells the story. Kind of a bummer. I expected to get one early. We placed reservations early. Rivian saw our names and said, nope. And then
I mean, and we're not alone.
Nope. I mean, people yelled at me for complaining. I don't see why you wouldn't just go in order.
No, we're not alone when it comes to that list.
Whatever. So I was like, okay, well, I don't need to get one anymore. So that's how that kind of happened. And now we've got Jose's to borrow. Dude, you've got the launch green key.
So I want to show this off. It comes with a launch green key fob carabiner, so you can unlock it there. And you also get 2 of the key cards.
That are launch screen?
That are launch screen.
Do you have one?
I can. It's actually in the front trunk.
All right, while you're doing that, let me work on back here. Okay, we've already got the RivianTracker.com sticker. I'm going to be a shill for RivianTracker.com this week because we're able, Jose's so gracious enough to let us borrow his car. Has the rear glass that goes down. Hold on, let's get this right. There we go. You do have to put some force into that button. Really curious to see hot weather temperature back here, Scott. We're going to need to check that.
Why?
There's no air vents in the back for dogs. So we're going to need to check some of that stuff. Charging port. Of course, you guys know we're going to be doing charge testing, and not this kind of wimpy charge testing. I have found the only way we can actually get the 650 amps this vehicle requests. It might actually only take 630, but during charge parameter discovery, Rivian R2 requests 650 amps. It's this whole complicated thing, but we are going to put this thing on a charger that can give it 650 amps so we know what's up.
Yeah.
Most of our testing in full transparency will be done on Alpitronic Hyper 400s.
I mean, I think they're the best.
Yep, but they can only do 600 amps.
Yeah.
And this car needs a little bit more. So like 10% challenge and some other things will be done with the current infrastructure in the US, but our charging test will be done, assuming everything goes to plan, with the full big boy 650 amp capable charger, which I'm really excited about in export as well. These are the keys.
Comes in as a beautiful packaging. They're green.
Wow.
What's the horsepower on this thing, Jose? 650?
Yeah, so
Six?
it actually matches the R1S dual performance.
I don't even know what that is.
6 something.
Okay.
But it is 2,000 pounds less.
Right, so we'll have to drag race them
Yeah.
and see
She
how that
fast.
goes.
She fast.
And what's crazy is this launches soft and then picks up.
And I noticed that so much on the highway because when you need that power is at like when you're doing 50 and you want to get to an undetermined speed.
Yeah.
And it's like you just hit it and it goes.
Right.
Yeah,
It's insane.
it's fast.
Like in the 40 mile an hour.
And in all purpose, I'm not even talking sport mode. Like
Right.
I'm sure sport is even better. I haven't even put it in sport mode yet.
We'll be doing some other videos as well, which is like back-to-back driving character, because I think a lot of people who are interested in this either own or have at least test driven an R1, and they're totally different. That's a primarily front-wheel driven vehicle.
Yep.
This is a primary axle on the rear side, so you have to saturate the rear motor's power, and then it will blend in the front, versus the incorrect way, which is on R1. Really exciting.
I'm glad we agree that rear-wheel drive is the right way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's the premium
It
way.
is.
You shouldn't ask the front tires to stop, steer, and accelerate
No.
when the rear's just dragging along.
Gosh, no.
It just feels wrong.
Yeah.
Door handle feels great. This is the interior, only black interior at launch.
Yep, black Crater signature right now.
When you were at the factory, did you see any light color interiors?
No, I did not see Coastal Cloud just yet, but as of filming this, that's coming out next month.
Oh, really?
August, mid-August.
Wow. Well,
So-
I can't wait for that to happen.
Yeah, that's going to be
I
really
think they
pretty.
kind of messed up. They should have launched with that as well.
I agree, but I understand also the fact of simplicity.
What's this panel that's loose in your door here?
Oh, you can show them. That's actually the emergency door latch.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
a little plastic piece. It locks in, but I was showing it off in a video.
Oh, okay. So that's not
pops
a
back in.
quality thing.
No,
That was,
that was Jose
Okay.
quality.
Jose's ripping it apart already.
Well, everybody was asking in a video I was doing. I was like, "Where are the emergency door handles?" So,
All right, let's take a look. So 38 PSI is what's rated for the 20s. We actually need to go back through, Jose, and figure out what the big wheels are rated for cold tire pressure.
Yeah.
I don't remember offhand. I may have had one. GVWR is 6173, so you can actually section 179 this vehicle. And the payload capacity is 1,168 pounds, which is quite a bit.
yeah. And we just had
That's more than Model S. Model S is only like 700 pounds. This is 1,168 pounds. So you
Yeah.
can actually put your friends and stuff in here.
Yeah, so somebody asked me yesterday on a live stream I did, they're like, I have 3 big friends, can I throw them in the back? I said, we're gonna find out.
Right. Well, it depends on how big.
We're gonna find out.
Yeah. We'll load this thing up and you
I
can do
will
everything.
say, like, when they threw the tires back there, you could see the suspension definitely squat a bit in the back.
Yeah, well, it's set up pretty soft, so you'll get an initial squat, but I don't know if it's a progressive coil or not, but it should try to kind of limit
I think
some
it
of that.
did eventually, but initially I was like, oh, that's
Yeah.
back heavy.
Well, you know, you're coming to North Carolina. You want it squatted.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I know where I was coming.
Yeah, that's right. So a bunch to test in here. Let's talk about what's to come,
Yep.
because that's really what this whole video is about. Is you're here,
I'm
and
here.
we're going to be doing stuff. I have a list of about 14 or 15 videos I would love to film with you,
here in
including a range test where we're going to run this and the Model Y Performance side by side since they're direct competitors.
Yep.
I'd love to film, obviously, charging test, 10% challenge, get the numbers on the vehicle. We'll also be doing the performance numbers on it, straight line, acceleration, and braking, which we were filming on the Cayenne. When
I
you
saw,
showed up
yeah.
there. So you'll get a sense of what that's like.
Yep.
Then we'll do a 1 lap. So we'll send it around for a lap time, which will be kind of cool to see how this stacks up, again, against Model Y Performance.
And all
other
of this
vehicles.
was also helps because we have the wheels that most people are going to opt for.
To me,
Yeah.
we can talk about that, but these wheels look the best to me. But you and Colton love the all-terrain look.
I'm not saying these are bad, but the all-terrain ones just look so, they're thick and like they just look good on this.
Yeah, they do look, it's a right size
yeah.
and everything. It's awesome.
And they're all 32 diameter tires. So at the end of the day, like they're all the same.
Well, Rivian loaned us these wheels and tires, and I think they know they're going to get them back with no tire left.
And I think that was, yeah, they kind of understood that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was expected.
I actually have a bunch of Rivian wheels and tires in our storage unit over here because we keep them for benchmarking stuff.
Oh my, yeah, perfect.
Yep.
Add these to the list.
By the way, I have to do some measurements for Drew from Martian Wheels.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing some of that just for him because they're almost identical sizing to Model Y.
Really?
In terms of hub spacing and bolt pattern.
Okay.
Yep. So
not to get nerdy, but yeah, it is a different bolt pattern than the R1.
it is.
Which is
and it's 5x114 on this.
Yep.
I don't know exactly. I've got it written down somewhere. Actually, shout out Jeff Amood. He let us know. We messaged him and he hooked us up with that info. All right. So bunch of videos to come. Performance stuff. Maybe off-road when we swap on your 20s.
Let's do it,
just to see how it, because we have an off-road course that runs around here. So we'll see how that does. And comment below with what you want to see. Questions.
Yeah, let us know.
Comments. We'll basically run a little AI script to generalize what everyone wants to see. And then maybe at the end of our time together, we'll film a video answering everyone's questions, or
I'd love to.
We'll just answer it all throughout the testing.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah, that's the problem. The weather is going to be our biggest challenge.
Yeah, but we'll get up at whatever time we'll work.
But it's really looking bad for stuff.
That's the spirit, Kyle.
The good news is Jose doesn't live too far away. So if we can't get everything in this weekend,
it's only a 9-hour drive.
Yeah, we might need you to come back in a couple weeks to finish everything up.
I won't have a problem with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Not at all.
Everyone say thanks to Jose for bringing it here so we can benchmark this car and test it.
Thanks for having me out here.
And
it's gonna be fun.
Thanks to Rivian for the wheels and tires so that we can tear them up and not have to tear your personal set of wheels and tires up.
I mean, that's just an excuse to buy more wheels.
There you go.
I don't have a problem with
that. And I really appreciate all of you for watching because, without you watching, Jose probably wouldn't come here to let us drive his R2 around.
True.
See y'all in another one again soon.
Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.